Every time I go to clean the lens of my camera to see if it's like less blurry, I always think of when you go to the eye doctor and it's like 1 or 2. 1 or 2. So hopefully this one is better than what I just was looking. So, hi there. Let's get ready together. I had an Ulta haul a while back that I posted on my TikTok. I'm used to having my glasses. As you see me try to push them up. I posted an Ulta haul on my TikTok. Then I said I was going to do a dedicated video to show the products to you, and I never did that. So that's what today's video is going to be. We are going to go through all of the goodies that I got last time I went to Ulta. And it's been a while, but that means I can give you better information than just a first impression. This is like, I've tested this stuff for probably a month now. So if you're interested in seeing that, let's go ahead and get into it. Listen, Nina Poole, she got me on this and I love it. I use the AM and PM. The Bioma Hydrating Milky Toner. They say it's a dupe for the Rhodes Glazing Milk. I have no clue because I don't have Rhodes money. But I love this. So I put it on. And I literally just like slap it all over. I even bring some down my neck. And this is even, like I said, I use this as part of my PM nighttime routine. And then just let it sit. So I kind of let that do its little thingy thing, and then I start on my eyeshadow. I'm not really going to show you my eyeshadow in this video. I don't have anything new. Literally, since we moved and I've gotten back over into doing my makeup, the 2 palettes I use constantly is my Nudes palette from Hank & Henry and this smoky palette from Profusion. I pretty much bought between these. But in another video, I want to do a more dramatic eye look, and I want to use these finger foils that I got from Hank & Henry. I bought 3 of them when they first launched, and then he had a 55% sale, and after looking at the swatches, I bought 3 more. So let me show you one of them. Oh, I also got this brush. This looked like it'd be really good for like setting powder and stuff. No, it did not. It just completely broke. Oh, you're kidding. I'll have to hot glue that. Well, that's a bust. That stinks. What the heck? Anyway, these are finger foils. Let me tell you the shades that I have. So if you're interested, you come back for the other video. The first 3 shades that I bought, Kiss My Retro, Propaganda, and Rainbow Rimmer. These were the first 3. Now, what's cool is the outside of the package is the color, but then the inside is what it like shifts. So that's pretty neat. Like Propaganda is this beautiful, super saturated pink, but then it has like a purple shift to it. He really thinks about like everything in his packaging. So then I went back and I bought 3 more. I bought Downtown Bloom. So see, it's like a purple with a blue shift. I bought Emote, which is this beautiful like peachy with like a tan shift. I want to use that one. And then I bought Mr. Sister. So it's silver, but then it kind of shifts to like this really light, I don't even know. Let me just swatch one. The one that I'm most excited to use is Emote. So let me swatch that for you, then I promise we're going to get into the stuff. Okay, they're very crumbly, so you have to be careful when you first open them, and you don't need a lot. So, like, it's crumbly, but once you apply some pressure and a little bit of heat, look at this. Tell me that's not stunning. That is wet. This is like a trichrome. I forget what the real, like, official look. Okay, I may have to put some of that on. We may have to go that route because, like, look at my shirt. Oh, that's okay. I guess I will be showing you a little bit of my eyeshadow look because I'm using that today because that looks stunning. But what I really want to do is a full black eye look and then put one of these over top of it, especially the Propaganda. So if those tickle your fancy and you want to see a more dedicated video, be on the lookout because I may do just a very dedicated eye look playing with the finger foil. So go check out hankandhenry.com. They don't know me. I am a flea in the very large whatever. They don't know me. other than my credit card number. So definitely go check them out. There's always discount codes at the top, like the little bar of his website. So we are going to play with Emote because that got my makeup excitement going. Okay, so this has dried down, the Milky Toner. Absolutely love. Love, 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 love. Okay, let's go in now with the next step, which is going to be sunscreen. I picked this up, the Dear Cloud, oh, I thought it was Dream Cloud. Dear Cloud Tone Blur Essence Sunscreen for face and body, broad spectrum SPF 50 plus. I love it. It wears so well under makeup. It does not leave a white cast. I take 2 fingers worth and apply it. It's really good. It's not as tacky as the e.l.f. Whoa Glow. Like when you're spreading that, you really got to kind of like drag it because it's got a little bit more resistance. This one glides on really nicely and dries down really, really well. So now I'm going to let that, look how red I got. I'm going to let that dry while we go into the eyeshadow. So let me pop on a really quick just base, and then we're going to put Emote over top of it. Lashes are on. Doesn't that just look so much, oh my gosh, that eyeshadow. It's like step up from the ones that went crazy from Half Magic, which I also have. They're good. Like this one. This is Swamp Goddess. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's just like a step up. I don't know how to explain it. It gives just a little bit more. If you hear something, it's my little fan. I have it down here pointed at me because I was starting to sweat. Okay, let's go into face. I want to start with foundation. Same one we put on the eyes. This Morphe Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer is literally the one I am using all the time. I rotate 2 concealers, and I have more, but these are the 2 that I am consistently going back and forth between, and I don't see the other one. It's the one from Revolution, the one that they just put out, like the really long tube. That's also a brightener corrector type deal. Love this. This Morphe one though is a little bit, it really doesn't give more coverage. It's just the finish is different. It dries down a little bit more matte, whereas the Revolution one has a little bit of life to it. Like it stays a little bit, not dewy, but just, I don't know, fresh looking, I guess. So anyway, the Morphe one, I literally take 3 dots on each side, and you're gonna, look, I'm even gonna wipe some of that up. You're gonna be so impressed at how far this goes. And to blend it out, their concealer brush. This is the M131 Concealer Rounded Paddle Concealer Brush. My favorite concealer brush I've tried. I've had the pointed ones. I've had the paw, the cat paw ones. This, for some reason, has been my absolute favorite because it just like, well, it's a smaller version of what I like for foundation. Like that short bristle, long bristle combo. And I really, really like it. So we're going to do a little initial lay down. Like, look at how much, look at that. Look at how that brightens. But it, like I said, it does dry down a little more of a matte finish, which is fine, especially when I want more of a fuller coverage face look or a more glam look, I guess is what you could say. And I do. I bring it down. I know the V thing under the eye is no longer whatever, but where I do have redness on my cheeks, I will just bring this down to add a little extra coverage onto my cheeks. So then I take my finger and just lightly kind of pat over everything. Even, like, I'm not even adding any more product. I'm just using what's already kind of pushed into the brush. You know what I mean? Concealer brush. Fantastic. Now for face, I got this, and I said this in TikTok because of Lynn's makeup. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. Mine is in the shade Casper, number 1. I love it. Love it. Okay, so I just give me a little do-do-do-do-do, and even that may be too much. That's probably too much, to be quite honest. So then I go in with my stippling brush from e.l.f., the domed stipple, and I just go in circular motions and spread that everywhere, blending over the concealer. And then if I'm like, okay, I need a little coverage on my lip, I'll tap and then buff. You know what I mean? And forehead. Like, look at my skin. It looks fantastic. Then I will take some of my LA Girl primer spray, spray the back of my sponge, you know the drill. Tap it, check for blush, And then just give it a once over. Oh, I love this Hydra. I love this. I love it. I love it. Now, granted, some of that is skin prep, clearly. I wouldn't deny it. With the hydrating milky toner, the sunscreen, it adds to some of this glow that I'm getting from underneath. But man, to be able to achieve that and it still wear well, like all combined, is fantastic. So now I'm going to go into blush. This is from About Face. This is their Pigmented Fluid Blush. Mine is in the shade Blush Rush. Say Blush Rush 30 times fast. Blush Rush, Blush Rush, blah, blah, blah. All right, this shade is beautiful. Actually, I'm going to shake it up just a little bit. I don't know if it needs that, but it feels like the safe bet. Look at that. That is just a beautiful mauve-y shade. Like, that is what people hope, like, they want out of a blush. Then, where's the brush? Come on. I'm going to take my little stippled, this is the Putty Blush brush from e.l.f. And I'm just going to blend that in. And then, to make sure that it doesn't look like it's sitting on top of everything, take the same sponge and just kind of tap over the edges. And look at that. Look at that. Ugh, gorgeous. Now let's get in to, I hope I'm actually making my trash can down here. Let's get in to bronzer. Now I have two that I'm going to show you. One is from Ulta, one is from, I think you can get it at Target, but I got it off of Amazon. The first one is the Polite Society Cabana Club Blurring Bronzer, and mine is in the shade French Riviera. So what's really interesting about this is it's almost a cream to powder, because when you touch it, it is powder, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's very blurring, but it almost requires a lot more product to get the look that you want. So if you're like not into like finessing your makeup, you're not going to like this. This takes a little finessing, a little time for people who enjoy sitting here and doing this. If, on the other hand, you're like, no, that's not my vibe. I want to get done. I need to get out the door, but I still want a product that's going to look good. This is my go-to for the summer, you guys. I'm obsessed with this. This is the No. 7 Pro Artist Soft Glam Cream Bronzer in Light Glow. And this is cheaper than this. I'm just saying. This is 1.26 ounces, and the Polite Society is 0.17 ounces. I'm providing the information. You do with it what you will, and I'm so sorry if you hear that whining in the background, but I've got to have some air on me or I'm going to pass out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one on each side. I think that's the fairest way I can do this. So on this side, we're going to go in with the No. 7. And I start by getting it out with my e.l.f. liquid blush brush. Like, that's one thing about brushes. I have a whole series that I did on this a long time ago. Brushes are for your use. So it really doesn't matter what they're quote unquote labeled as. It's what you are going to best use it for. Gosh, I don't know what it is about this. Like, that looks really orange, but I swear as you blend it out, it really is not. Okay, so there's this one. Now let me get a different brush. I'm going to go in with this one from Morphe. I don't know what it is because, let's see, the V108. I'm going to clean it off, make sure I don't have any blush up in there. Okay, so there's that. Let me go ahead, well, let me just put them side by side. Okay, so we're digging into this. Like, it's there, but it's very light. And maybe some people are really into that. Maybe they want a super light application. So here they are side by side. Very light, very blurred. Will need blended out. So I guess they both do need a little finessing. It just depends on what you want the finish to be. So now I'm just going to go in on this side with the sponge from the foundation. We also blended the blush. And I'm just going to give it a little tippy tap. I feel like this is just going to be my go-to for summertime. I love it. I love it. Like, okay, so there they are now. Let me get up in here. It all depends on what you want. They both look good. I'm going to go over this side now with the sponge just so no, we're not too different here. I actually may just take a little bit of the number 7 over on this side and blend it out because I don't want anything to look too crazy different, but they're both good. They really, really are. What do you want from your finish? Do you want that very light blurred application? Probably super, super good for very, very, very pasty pale people, which I am, but I know that there's like a level above. This would be great. This is like, people are going to know you have bronzer on, is the point I'm trying to get at. All right, we're going to go in with powder because foundation and concealer has had time to dry. I am going to tap my concealer one last time. And then I'm going to use from Morphe. I got the Morphe To The Point dual-sided powder puff. And so we're going to take this side and powder the under eyes. Now, you can still see a little purple. I wonder if we could build that up just a little bit. Just right there in that little corner pocket. You know what I'm talking about? Actually, let's use this side of the dual To The Point. See if we can't build that up just to cover that purple a little bit better. Not really, but it's so bright. I almost don't mind because the brightness is there. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and start with some powder. The About Face, the Performer. Is that what this is called? No. Curtain Call. Curtain Call powder. Fantastic. Now let's flip to the pointy side. Tap, tap, tap. Up the nose, under the eye. And then I put just a little bit right here because that's where my glasses sit. But like the middle, like a little bit right here. And voila. Let's see. Brow. There's nothing new. I did switch over to using this pencil because it's a little bit more of the ginger tint of my hair. So I've been adding a little bit of that ginger in, and then I just go in with the Maybelline Brow Fluff. So let me do that, and I'll speed through it for you. Okay, and to finish up, for lips, I got this from Profusion. This is their, again, Walmart, Dreamy Lip Plump. I love the color. And look how glossy that is on top of the Maybelline Lifter Liner. You know I love. Then I got this from Ulta, the Revolution, I don't know, one of their lipsticks. This is in this shade Brunch Pink Nude, but it's almost too light for me. I wanted to do the center trend where it's a little bit lighter than everything else, but for some reason I just don't love it on me. The lipstick's fine. Like, it's not the lipstick's fault. It's beautiful and creamy. I just learned from trial and error, I don't like the lighter in the middle lipstick trend. I was hoping I did, but unfortunately, I don't think I do. So for spray, my absolute favorite, I've already got another one sitting over here. The LA Girl Pro Perfect Oil Control Matte Finishing Spray. Then, while my face is damp, go in with the L'Oreal Lumile Glass Highlighter Stick in Glassy Pearl. Just lightly tap that out. A pretty darn full face of a lot of different things. Let me see if I can clean this up. But anywho, that is my little Ulta haul. Kind of mixed with a little bit of a Walmart haul. Also, the one other thing I didn't share is this brush because I don't feel like, I guess I could. I don't really feel like I need any blush over top of the one from About Face, but we'll do this one. This is the NYX Buttermelt in Butter with Thyme. This brush, I feel like it's a dupe for the one that you see everybody using from Makeup by Mario that's dual-ended. This is the smaller end. This is the Morphe M202 Blush Slanted Blush Brush. So, like, you literally just tap. Do not swipe. Just tap, tap, tap. Ever so lightly. And it's beautiful, though. It really, I don't know. Feels like it blurs it a little bit if I can explain it well. Really good blush brush. And the NYX blushes are really good. I have them in 3 shades. All right. That is everything. Now I can finally throw away all the packaging that I've been keeping to share with you. The last thing I didn't share is the Beekman 1802 Milkshake Hyaluronic Acid and Squalene Facial Toner Mist. I use this at night with my skincare. I start because I feel like it was Michaela who said, like, your skin has to be wet for skincare to sink in. So after I have cleansed with my Garnier micellar water, I spray this and let that kind of start the deal. And then I go in with this Mediheal. It's a lot of hyaluronic acid. Tati said, when is too much, too much? I don't know. The Mediheal hyaluronic acid, these little pads, and I will rub it all over my face. I'll even take it down my neck, and whatever's left I wipe on the back of my hand, so I don't waste any of it. I would really like to try the brown in this. That is collagen. And then they have a pink one that I can't remember. The pink and the brown. Those are the two that I really would like to try. But yeah, that is a full face of just kind of showing you everything. The number 7 bronzer, Chef's Kiss. The Milk Makeup Hydro Tint, Chef's Kiss. Finger foils. Clearly, let me back up. Clearly, I like them if I have bought 6. And I think there's like 20, 18. I don't know. Editing Mackenzie put the correct number in here, but I've bought 6 of them and I love them. Let me show you really quick Propaganda, because it is just, it's insane. It's like, you think this is insane? Propaganda is like this to the next notch, because remember, it's like this pink to blue. So again, they're very crumbly, and some of them look more full than others. It's just the type of material that's being used to make these. They're all the same net weight. I remember him talking about it in the demo. And if there's one thing about Hank and Henry, he's for his customers. Because when you look at the pricing, you'll think, wow, it's really expensive. But he prices it for wholesale if someone want to put them in store. And then he offers customers discounts all the time, so that we can get it at a cheaper price. But, okay, so this is Propaganda. I don't want to tilt it too much, but can you see? And then look at this. Would that not be stunning? Actually, okay. Science experiment. Let's do it real quick. I'm going to put this on my hand, and then also on top of, look at this black eyeshadow, by the way. Profusion, this is $5. You know how everybody's always going on about what's the blackest black? Tell me that's not good for a $5 Walmart eyeshadow. Okay, so just, anyway. So here we have it. Look at that. There it is regular, and there it is on top of the blue. Really pops out on top of that black. Oh, stunning. These are insane. These are truly, truly insane. Again, I'll probably do a whole video dedicated to just these, doing swatches and playing with them, because he even in some of his lives, he experimented with putting them on top of each other. And it was really weird how you could take the same 2 shades, but depending on which one you lay down as the base, whether it looked good or not. Because there was some he would layer and you're like, oh yeah, that's a winner. But then if he flipped it on the other eye, it just didn't give the same impact. And that's so crazy. That's why I love makeup. It's just so neat. And it's just so fun to play with. But anyway, that's Propaganda. And then this one is Emote. And there's all kinds. There's greens, there's blues. Just go check them out. So anyway, I'm done talking your ear off. Thank you for watching. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.